Awesome, awesome. Well, hey, today I have the lovely Miss Denise Monet here with me. We're gonna have a quick conversation about life and everything she's accomplished. My name is Alfonso Whitaker. So Miss Denise, thank you for being up here. Super awesome.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, having you in office with us today. Just want to say I followed your work. I think you've done really good work. Today I want to learn a little bit more about, where you've come from, what has inspired you, and then kind of what you're currently doing, and then also what kind of legacy or impact you want to leave on the community, on this world going forward.
Yes, okay, well, like I said, thank you so much for having me. My name is Denise Monet. I am a filmmaker here in Houston, Texas. I write, direct, produce. I'm also an actress, and I also edit. So I've edited the last couple of films that you guys will be seeing coming out, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
I first started back in 2014. That's where I started acting in Atlanta, and I opened up my LLC, Purple Hart Productions, and it's Hart like Kevin Hart, because I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan. I love him and his work. A lot of people, don't think he's funny, but he's very funny to me. And so, and purple is also my favorite color, and so that's how I came up with Purple Heart Productions. And so I started in 2014, been acting a lot, but then I wrote my very first script from a true story that happened to me, and then we actually just filmed that last year. It's called The Break of Dawn. So it's like all these years later, finally filming that, because it was so much to do. So I'm excited about everything that's coming up. I have the Bash premiere that's coming up, and so everything that's coming up with everything with the premiere and my films. A couple of them are on Tubi already, and so I'm excited for people to see that. Dirty 30 just dropped today.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Tubi Tuesday. So,
there you go.
Yes,
there you
yes.
go. There you go. No, that's awesome. So you mentioned that you started acting in Atlanta. Were you originally from Atlanta, or?
So I'm originally from Houston.
Okay.
Born and raised. When I graduated from college, I went to Sam Houston State. I didn't go to school for theater or filming or anything. I have my business degree.
This is a business, right?
Yes. I have my business degree, and I have my master's in education, because I used to be a full-time teacher.
Oh,
What
grades did you teach?
I taught 6th grade and I taught 7th grade. I was also a basketball, volleyball, and track coach.
Wow.
Yes, and I taught math.
So you have been definitely making an impact on youth, girls and boys.
Yes.
For a while,
Yes.
and now you get to ultimately leave legacy, the impacts through your actual works of art, following the passion that you have.
Yes, because I actually am certified to teach theater as well, and so I'm excited to be able to still do what I love in teaching, but in a way that I have because it's my passion.
Yes.
Filming and acting is my passion. The kids that I work with are amazing, and then the cast that I be working with, they're doing an amazing job. And so it's great to have people that continue to want to work with me in the industry from everything that we do on set. So yes, I started, I live in Houston. I'm from Houston, but I moved to Atlanta in 2014, and I was out there for 2 years, and I got to do stuff on Tyler Perry's set.
Wow.
I was on the show Fatal Attraction, and so I've done quite a few things. I had my first feature film lead role called The Killing Secret, and that's out on Tubi. And so I did a lot out there before I moved back home to Houston, and I'm glad that I'm here in Houston, because I really want, I don't want to have to go to Atlanta, LA, or Detroit. I feel like I know that we have the talent here. We just don't have as many resources, but it's coming. We're coming together in Houston to be able to bring what we need here that all the other cities have.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. What area of Houston do you represent?
So I am a Mo City girl.
Okay.
I graduated from the Hightower, and I went to Lake Olympia, so I've been in Mo City pretty much all of my life. But when I was in elementary, I was from the south side of Houston, because I went to Fondren.
All right.
Yeah, and I also went to Tinsley, Anderson, and Barnett Charter School.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have some really strong ties to the community. That's pretty awesome, and I think with how big the city is growing, that's one thing that youth don't understand, is that they want to be stuck in one place, and it's okay to spread your wings and fly, because you never know where your path is going to take you. You have to be able to adapt, and with you being all over, being in several different, you know, areas, going to Atlanta, going to other places and traveling and stuff like that. It has helped you to adapt on the fly.
Yes.
And not be afraid to step out there and take new changes and really experience life.
Right.
And it's pretty awesome.
Yes. One thing when I go to other cities and I see how they're doing things, it motivates me. Because I recently went to Detroit. I got to be in a film. It was a small role, but I'm grateful to just be a part of something like that, just because Detroit is doing amazing things. And I got so inspired out there. I got to meet Dennis Reed, and he has his old studio out there. And I know that's something that I've been saying I want for Purple Heart Productions. I want to have my own production studio, and that just motivated me so much to start looking now. It's like, that's like, slow down, girl. You ain't even got the money yet, but it's gonna come.
We're gonna put it on the vision board. We can definitely help you with that. Trust me, we do have commercial connects, so whatever you see you like, we can help make the dream come true.
Yes, that is a dream and goal of mine, to have my own studio for Purple Heart Productions.
That's awesome. So with that, do you do acting classes for people? Do you what do you do right now to currently help people? I don't say help people out, but help the art or the culture out. What are you involved in with that?
So I did have an acting class. I had another LLC called Break a Leg Studios, and I was doing it online and virtually. And I had some classes where it was you can audit the class for free just to kind of see what it's about. But we've been so busy with the films lately, and so two people that I work with closely, Ronson Hawkins and Denise Monet, they both have kind of taken over that and doing the classes themselves. And so anytime anyone asks me about acting classes, I refer them to them because they're doing so amazing with that. They're both very talented. I work with them multiple times in multiple projects. So I highly recommend them anytime anyone asks me about acting classes. And they've been asking me to collaborate with them, so I'm happy to come in classes and stuff. And then when we see those same faces that are in those classes, it's you have access to any casting calls and stuff that we have. You know, a lot of people that I know that have the talent, I'll reach out to them personally. Hey, I have a role, to see. Sometimes you don't always have to audition if you have that great relationship with the casting director or the director. And so I try to do that. And I also like to give new opportunities to people, new faces. I love seeing new faces in my films. And so I always have my casting calls on my website, on my social media. And so,
what's your website?
So it's purpleheartproductions.com. Yes, and then everything on my Instagram, my Facebook, it's just my name, Denise Monet. And so you can find me on all social media platforms, and I always post everything on there as well. Awesome.
We'll be posting that as well too up under the video. So if you didn't catch it, we'll have it on there, so you can definitely make sure you check her out for sure. Awesome. No, that's really good. The fact that you recognize that you are busy and you've kind of given reins to up and coming talent because you see something in them that helps them grow and cultivate, helps them become young entrepreneurs themselves, while they still will flourish up under you. I think that's really awesome and amazing.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, they let it go to their head. And I can say, as long as I know you, you've never been that person where too high and mighty to come down and take a phone call, answer a text message, help out and make sure that young talent knows what they're doing on set and giving people chances.
Yes.
I am very grateful for that. There.
I like to wear multiple hats. One thing that I did do when I was in Detroit, because I came out there, to play the role and to network, but I actually got to help out on set. And it's funny because when I try to come on other people's set to help out, they're like, what? Denise Monet? No, that's the director. She can't be a PA. She can't do that. And I'm like, please, I love learning on other people's set. I love networking. So there's no hat that I can't wear. Just because I am a director and producer doesn't mean that I can't be a PA on someone else's set or a script supervisor or just helping out on other people's set. That's one thing that people know me for is just being helpful, and because I love this so much.
You're very versatile. I think one of the first roles that I saw you in, one of the first roles that I had the pleasure of seeing you in, you were a police officer. And I was like, oh man, okay, all right, I see her, she can rough them up. And then I think I saw a different movie where I think at the very end you were the villain, and I was like, whoa, I did not see it. I was like, wait a minute, how did I tell? I'm like, wow. So you are definitely versatile. I've had the pleasure of seeing you on camera and off camera. Out of curiosity, what's your favorite, not cast role, but like behind the scenes, what's your favorite actual role that is a secret passion that you like to do?
So I would definitely have to say I love directing. I can, like, I have an eye for certain things, and it's a lot of things that I notice on set that I notice a lot of other people don't. And so I just love to create with my cast and them to bring the character that I've written to life. And so just being on set in that director's mode, you know, calling action and just watching the camera as I see them bring the character to life, it just brings me so much joy. Even though we be so tired, working 12 hours or more, because sometimes we go over the 12 hours and we're filming 8 to 10 days straight. I always say, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I'm ready for us to wrap. And then as soon as we wrap, I'm ready to do another one.
It's a passion.
Yes.
It is definitely, like you say, it's not work if you're doing what you truly love.
Right.
And I think that's super amazing, because you bring life and energy on camera, and then you also have it where it's super loaded off camera, where it keeps everybody engaged and want to continue to give more.
Right.
Because you feed off of it. I can honestly say, I've been on set where it's been super late at night and you still are like, all right, one more, we gotta still go. I was like, wow.
That energy.
Like, man, I'm done. I'm tired just looking and trying to help out where I can. But continue to keep that up, because that is why people are attracted to you and why they will continue to be attracted to you.
Right.
And where people will, when you least expect it, will step up and want to help you out. Like you say, you have big dreams going forward. As you continue to grow, continue to push that energy out there, because it will come back.
Right.
So one of the things you mentioned was Bash. I know it's getting ready to come out, the red carpet premiere. So tell us a little bit about Bash.
So, okay, the premiere is March 29th. It's going to be on a Friday, and I'm super excited because it's a personal passion project of mine. It's based on a true story that happened with my nephew. He passed away at a daycare in 2016. And so we're working on the BASH law, which stands for Babies Are Safe Here. And it's a law that we're trying to get the state representatives to pass to just make sure that all daycares, whether you're in-home daycare or facility daycare, where you make sure that all inspections and regulations are up to par, you've passed everything, you're certified in things you need to be certified, CPR and first aid, and then you have insurance, because the daycare owner that my nephew went to, she did not, and then she failed a lot of state regulations and things like that. And so if we had known these things, or if these things had been checked out, then her daycare probably wouldn't even been open to where what happened, you know, things could have been a different outcome. And it's so many stories where families have lost their children in daycares, and we just kind of want to help, you know, with that. And then just doing more research on what happens with babies, you know, when they fall asleep and, you know, they stop breathing in their sleep. They call it SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, you know, and so I just want to know more about it, you know, so that if there's something that we can do, or how to prevent it, or, you know, just to make sure that we're monitoring our kids. You know, babies sleep only like every 2 hours or 3 hours. So, you know, just constantly waking them up and just making sure that they're being fed and changed and just properly checked on. And so that's something that we're working on, and we're really excited. I'm grateful to my family to even let me write the story, because I know it was very hard for them, especially to kind of relive that. But at least I feel that they're going to relive it in a creative way. And what inspired me to do the storyline the way that I did, if you've seen the movie Crash, it's an older movie with Sandra Bullock and Terrence Howard, Tandy Newton. It's multiple storylines where they all tie in together, and so that's the idea that I got, so that I'm not so focused on just my nephew's story. And the truth is, everybody's story that I kind of tie together has some truth to it, to what I've experienced, or something that I've went through in my life, or that I know personally, like either with a family member or something has went through. So it's just, everything was a true inspiration for me to bring the whole story together, but it's based on my nephew's story.
It's very impactful.
Yes.
The bit that I had the pleasure of seeing and working with, it impacted me. When I went home, I was like, wow, when this comes out, this is, like, it kind of just sent chills up my bones, and I was like, man.
Every time I watched it as I was editing, certain parts made me cry every single time.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a 2-hour movie, and it's a faith-based drama, and so it's something completely different, you know. I just saw an article that came out, the Houston Chronicle, and they were like highlighting films that's in Houston and Houston filmmakers, and a lot of films they talked about, they mentioned Who's Watching Us, which, you know, Olivia.
Yes.
And so they also mentioned a couple of other films, but they did say that the Houston films are not Oscar worthy, and they like to focus on, like, you know, more hood films that come out of Houston. And so I want to change that narrative to where all of our films are not just, you know, crime movies or hood movies or drug movies. We can write impactful stories like Bash. We can write good thrillers, you know, like Who's Watching Us, you know, where it's still a good story. And so that's a goal of mine, to change that narrative so that we can tap into all genres. I just did a romantic comedy called Rain for Christmas, so I'm trying to show my different range of different genres that we can do out here in Houston.
That's awesome. You make a really good point, because you don't want to be stereotyped that Houston is only here, because there's a big industry here, and like I said, it still is a close community. So a lot of people work together. It's like in real estate, we meet agents all over, and it's just randomly how you come in contact with people, how things come together. So I applaud you for pushing that out, and anything that we can help to push that through our outlets to people who we touch, you know, let us know. I do think the faith-based, I think that's going to be a real impact. I think I read somewhere that it might be going to a film festival.
Yes, so we just got accepted in our first film festival. I've entered into 9 different ones. So one of them did get rejected, but we did get into the film festival, and then so I'm excited about that. We have been selected, and so hopefully we get into more film festivals. That way the cast can have an opportunity to win awards, and then, you know, I have an opportunity to win best director and writer and stuff like that. So it's exciting to have that. You know, the premiere, it was sold out. I had the first theater that sold out, then I upgraded to the larger theater that seat 170 people, and that sold out. But multiple people were reaching out to me, so I literally today just opened up a second theater, but it's only 40 seats. So I'm like telling everybody, if you want to come, you better get your tickets now before it's sold out again for the 3rd time.
That is truly amazing and a blessing.
Yes.
And ultimately, thoroughly impressed, and really that is just super awesome.
I'm excited for everybody to be a part of it. Like I said, what I'm most grateful for is everybody that helped contribute to this film, because I did not do this alone. Yes, I did fund most of it, but everybody that contributed, whether it was $1 to $1,000, whatever it was, I was just truly grateful that everybody believed in this project enough to contribute to it, to help get it to where we are today. And so, you know, I'm glad that we're getting into film festivals and that we have a sold out show, so many people are behind it, because that's important to show the state representatives and everyone that the city of Houston is behind the Bash movie, because we're behind the Bash law. So that's how I look at it, how everybody is helping out to make sure that it's more than just a movie.
Correct.
So, yes.
That's awesome. So where do you see yourself going? Like, what future projects are you currently working on?
So right now we are in pre-production for the next film that's called Through Sickness and Hell, and that film is going to be we're going to be shooting in April, and I actually am playing the lead, so I'm excited to be playing the lead role again. Jaleesa Marie, she is the director and writer of the film, and I'm so excited to be working with her and for her believing in me to bring this character to life for her. And it is bringing awareness to mental health and
Oh, wow.
physical abuse, but with the opposite sex, because mostly you see where it's the woman that's being abused, but there are men out there that also experience that. So we're kind of doing a different turn with this one. So I'm excited.
That is going to be very interesting.
Yes.
I'm excited for that too. That is, yeah, that's definitely,
Yes.
that's going to be one to watch
Yes.
there.
So that's the next one that we're working on, and then I'm currently editing 2 films. I'm trying to finish editing Carmen and Magic, and I'm also editing True Game of Love, and so those are things that we're working on. And then I have my next script that I'm just waiting to get funding for so I can be able to do my next project. But until then, I'm grateful to help other writers and directors get their projects out. So I'm doing that with Jaleesa, and then after Jaleesa, we're gonna work on Denise's. And so that actually inspired me, because a lot of people reach out to me about, I want to work with you, I have a script, and I want to do a film. And so it actually inspired me I want to start doing like a yearly competition where I have new filmmakers that have a script that don't know what to do or how to get it out there, where they submit their pitch deck, and then I'll pick the top 5, and then from there I'll read your script, and then I'll give 2 upcoming new writers an opportunity to get their film produced. So that's something I want to do twice a year. So I'm starting that with Jaleesa and Denise's by doing theirs to see how that goes, and then I'm hoping that I can do that every year where I give a new filmmaker an opportunity to get their script turned into a movie.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Man, I cannot wait to see that. I think that's going to be really great. It's going to really push talent, really bring awareness to the culture that's here, and really push Houston to be on the map.
Yes.
And then, yeah, that's going to be great. Awesome. So, we won't take too much more of your time. Remind us again where everybody can find you at.
Yes, you can find me on all social media platforms, Denise Monet, that's Monet. And then you can look me up on my website, purpleheartproductions.com, and that's where I post casting calls, I post premieres and everything. You can see everything on all of my social media on how to get into my next project. We're always looking for extras, and that's how a lot of people get started. That's how I started. I was an extra in Tyler Perry stuff. So yes, so just keep me on the lookout. If you are trying to come to the Bash premiere, we got a few more tickets left, so make sure you come do that before it's sold out again. And then I'm just grateful that you guys have me here, and I'm excited to see how we collaborate more in the future.
Awesome. Well, definitely thank you so much for coming out. Again, it's Miss Denise Monet. Super awesome role model out here. Definitely check her out. Support. Check out the Thai Clan team as well. We always looking for new clients to help them make dreams come true, whatever your goals may be. All right, y'all have a good one.